They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck.
Welcome back to another Cam Builds video. So in today's video is a part 2 of us stripping this blue Acti. If you missed the last video where we got all the panels off, make sure you check it out. Link is in the description.
So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is getting the rest of the parts off the Acti. So from tyres, suspension, engine, steering column, everything is basically going to go, and we're going to fully strip the Acti of all the parts.
And you might think, why is it on the ramp like this? We're having some issues with the back arms, so this allows us to utilise the front arms and gives us access to the underneath to drop this engine. So let's crack on and get it dropped. The first thing we're going to tackle is the rear end. That's why it's up on the ramp like this. So what we're going to do is get everything out of the way to get us access to the engine. So what we're going to drop first is the exhaust, which shouldn't be too much trouble as that's pretty much already off. And then we're going to move on to the rear axle. For those of you who have worked on JDM cars, or any old cars for that matter, would understand how difficult it can be to get some of these nuts and bolts off without snapping them. But it is inevitable, and you are going to snap a few nuts and bolts, but we just got to do what we got to do.
So the next part of this video is basically going to be focusing on the engine. So there's a number of connections and pieces that we're going to have to disconnect first. If it's anything like the rear axle, probably end up cutting a few bits away just to get it off. The aim here is to just drop it in one go. So again, just focus on all the mounts that hold it to the shell. Obviously drop it down, leave one or two in, zap them off, and then leave it on the floor, and obviously move that out on a crate. So yeah, let's jump into getting the engine out.
So we've disconnected everything from the engine now. We've got one bolt left in the engine just holding it up. So what we're going to do is drop it to the floor, pretty much use the floor as our base, and disconnect it and lift the shell off the engine. Chances are there's going to be something connected, because we always end up leaving something connected along the way. But so we're going to drop it on the floor now and get this engine off. So as expected, we did forget to leave something connected. So just had to disconnect that and it's free.
So we were able to successfully get the engine out of the Acti. You would have seen in the previous clip that now the engine's out, although the vehicle is probably like 800 kg anyway from the factory, it's even lighter now to the point where me and Ken could actually lift it off the ramp and walk it to the side so we could have a better look. No real issues with the engine in terms of getting it out. As you can imagine, with the age from 1986, some of these hoses and things like that are pretty much welded on at this point. So we did have to snip a few and cut them, and we will clean it up because this engine will be going for sale. Like any good Facebook market ad, it is a fully running engine. It's got one careful lady owner from new. It's never been abused, and it's been meticulously looked after. All jokes aside, the engine is running, it is okay. As you've seen if you've been watching the K series, we've flushed the oils, the fluids on it. We've had it running with no problems. It has only done 30,000 miles. So if you are looking for a Honda Acti engine, then please do shoot us a message, and we can do you a deal on this, because we need it gone at this point.
So it's a fresh day, and that's ready for us to attack the front end. So what we're going to do is lift it in a similar way we did to through yesterday. We're going to just put the arms into the arch. We're not really bothered about damaging the arches, because it's going to go anyway. But before we do that, we just got to get the bolts off the top mount. So we'll get the bolts off first and then get in the air. Truck's now up on the ramp. As you can see, it's clearly not going to go anywhere. what I have done is I also disconnected the steering rack, just two 10mm bolts, that's all. So we're going to get underneath now a little bit. I'm hoping it's not too hard. It looks relatively simple under there, a few bolts. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, fingers crossed. So just having a little look underneath the truck now. It seems like I thought there was going to be a bit of a subframe, but it seems like that's actually part of the chassis. So we're going to have to basically get the legs off individually, top mounts are off. There's just lots of bolts I'm going to have to get off. So probably just a bit of a time lapse and just get at it and see what we can get off and update you with any issues.
Fly so high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you.
The camera decided not to focus for these shots, but all it took was a simple knock on the top mount once everything was loose and both sides fall down. So that's the all the arms, the hubs and the shocks out, as you can see. There's a few bits left, like the steering column, there's a few brake lines and stuff. We're not really sure if we're going to just leave them on there or not, because we'll probably get new anyway. Might end up getting any wiring out, but again, we don't really know what we're doing yet. So that's the main part. One of the sides is already sold, so that's good for us. But yeah, I'm gonna have a little look around now, see where else we're gonna get off. I think the radiator we might get off, and then go from there. So I might as well show you around the bottom, just to show you the condition and maybe the setup of an Acti. I was hoping that this would come off in one piece, just because it would have made life easier, but it seems like it's part of the actual chassis itself. So the bits we got left is the steering column there. There's a few lines here, and the coolant lines, we'll probably leave them there. There's a radiator back there, you've seen that in an earlier video of us swapping that, and that's good, so we'll probably take that off. There's lots of little plastics around there as well, but yeah, good progress. So we're gonna see what we can get off now, probably the radiator. So that's the radiator and the fuel tank now out. Pretty straightforward, we've done it before, and we loosened most of the bolts the other day, so it's just not too bad. I think I'm going to do the steering column next, and then we've got to make a decision then as to what we're going to leave and what we're going to take off. I think a lot of the wiring might have to come out, shouldn't take us too long for that. So let's get the steering out. So I started getting all the wiring off, but I think it might be easier. Everything's off now and is so light to basically put the truck on its side and just take everything off from underneath just by standing next to it, just because there's so much rust, everything going in your eyes, and yeah, it should be so much easier. So I think I'm gonna have a bit of a tidy up now, see how light the truck is, and see if I can put it on its side maybe. So I'm just going to put the truck on the floor now. I might try and use this side. We should be able to use the back arm for this because it's not too heavy, and hopefully lift this side to a point where maybe I can lower it down onto the other side. So the ramp is in place, so what I'm going to do, lift it up slowly and see how we get on. I could probably possibly lift it on my own, but what's the point in struggling when we've got the ramp to give you a bit of help. So I don't know about you, but seeing as we're getting rid of the shell, this is a lot easier to get everything off the underside. We probably could have done this a little bit earlier, I'd imagine, but we wanted to get all the heavy things off just to make sure it wasn't too heavy when we toppled it over, and it stops it toppling back because it's trying to kind of at the minute anyway. So I'm just going to crack on now and remove as much as I can from the underside.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do.
You would have seen from some of the time lapse there that today Ken has been hard at work. Fortunately, I couldn't make it down to the unit in time, so he's managed to strip most of the underside and all the panels that we needed to get off. So it's been quite a successful day, really.
That's it for today's video then. There's nothing really else we can take off or worth taking off now. We are going to be cutting off a few of the panels to fix some of the minor bit of rust on the white chassis. So if there are any panels that you can see from any of the videos that you think that you need for yours to fix yours for the rust, then be sure to let us know. We'd appreciate it if you could maybe like, comment, and maybe drop a subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.